Hi, this is Frank Shamrock, MMA legend, UFC superstar, and you're listening to MMA Crib Fighting Talk.
Gregory Stone, MMACrib.com. On today's show, we'll be discussing various topics from the upcoming Tough 20 show, which is set to air this coming Wednesday. Joining me on today's show, we have MMACrib.com's Greg Marshall. Welcome to the show, Greg.
And welcome to you, my buddy.
Welcome to me. Are you coming on to me there, Greg?
you never know.
Well, Greg, let's start out with the biggest troublemaker in the house. Who do you see being the biggest troublemaker on Tough 20 this season?
Well, going by what we've seen so far, I think there'll be two of them. And I think the troublemakers will be the two that have been pretty actively looking like they're going to have arguments, and that'll be Felice Herrig and Heather Jo Clark. They don't like each other, so I've got a feeling they'll just be causing trouble between each other the whole time.
I read last night, Greg, Felice Herrig, she was doing some promoting for the Tough 20. I think it was in New York, and she posted that some of the women are bullying her. She said, it's funny how some of these girls have come out of the house and all of a sudden grown some balls, and they don't know all together, and giving me shit. So she started going about, at least I'm not fake, I am who I am, you know. So yeah. That's interesting. Tisha, Carla Esparza was sticking up for her.
Yeah, because
they're friends, obviously.
They're friends.
So, well, I'm going to have to go with Rowdy Beck Rawlins. You remember when we did a show, Greg, on her husband, when he came out and claimed that she was bullying him?
Yeah.
She was basically a husband beater and a husband torturer.
Yeah.
Well, just looking at her anyway with all the tats and everything, she is a nice lady on the outside, but I think in the core she's a tough little bitch, and I think when provoked, I think she can be very catty, very loud, and a few drinks inside her, I think she can be very spiteful with her words, to be honest with you. I think if an argument starts and teams start splitting off and girls start splitting off, because there's a lot of fucking rematches in this house, Greg, a lot of them are already friends, there's certain cliques, and I think if she gets in a certain clique and she doesn't like Joanne Caldwell, I can see something being said there. She just looks like a very catty lady, and she can be very spiteful with her tongue, I think. Yeah. So, my biggest troublemaker on Tough 20 is going to be Beck Rawlins. Well, let's move on to the dark horse next, Greg. Who do you think will be the dark horse in the Tough 20 house?
It's maybe a bit wrong saying dark horse, because I think she may well be one of the favourites, but for me the dark horse is Tikia Torres. I think she's got wins over a few of these girls already, and she looks impressive. She's good in all areas. I think she could be the surprise winner. I think there's an obvious favourite, and I think this one's probably behind her.
Well, we'll go to the favourite in just a minute, so don't say the favourite yet, Greg.
Yeah.
Is that your dark horse, yeah?
I'll go with Torres for my dark horse, yeah.
Well, I'm going to have to go with Fug Rose. You know, nobody's expecting her to win. She obviously goes out with Pat Barry. Rose Namajunas. She's a fiery little bit. She's got some skill too. Very, very slick on the ground, very fast, but she's very aggressive in her attacks. I'd love to see her fight Ashlyn Daly on the show, because that'll be just a barn burner. I'm not sure if they're on the same teams. Let me just have a quick look.
No, they're not.
No,
they're on
different
teams.
There we go. Look at that. That's a fight in the making. Yeah. But fuck Rose. And the other dark horse, we shouldn't pick two. We should only pick one, but I'm going to pick two for this. I'm going to go with Jessica Penn, who's the other one. Obviously, the former Invicta atomweight champion. I don't care if you're moving up in weight. You know, that shouldn't put you at too much of a disadvantage, and I don't see why she's not considered as one of the favourites, to be honest with you. She even had to go through all the tryouts, which was very strange. I was surprised.
She didn't need to go through all the tryouts.
Oh.
She made a mistake. She was offered a place on Tough and turned it down because she didn't like the idea of going up in weight. But then later on, she decided she was going to go for it and turned up at the tryouts. So it was her own doing that.
Okay, let's move on to the favourites, Greg. Who's your favourite to win the show, Greg?
I think the favourite's a pretty obvious choice, Carla Esparza. She was the champion in Invicta. She always looks really good, and she's probably the strongest wrestler in the house. So for that reason, Carla Esparza.
Yeah, mine's Carla Esparza too. You you have to go with the champion. Initially, if they wasn't going to do tough 20, they would have had to do what they did with Ronda Rousey. You know, she was the Strike Force Women's Bantamweight
and she would have been the champion.
Yeah, they would have had to automatically make. But also, they didn't purchase Invicta. If they purchased Invicta, I think they would have made Carla Esparza the champion straight away, and they would not have done tough 20. So for me, she's the uncrowned champion going into the show, and she's got a big bullseye on her back. It could be a downfall because a lot of women are going to pick on her. They're going to, make it hard for her. She's also, I think she might struggle with the weight, but that could be a bit of a downfall for her. So we'll see what goes on there. But she is the favourite, but I think it's going to work against her too because everyone's going to be after her, and they're going to they're really going to prep hard for her. And these women, they might try and take her out early because she's got a wrestling-based style. Unless she's going to ground and pound you good, she's not going to beat you up too much because there's a lot of aggressive women, a lot of aggressive strikers who can really cut you open, especially a lot of Muay Thai fighters. There's Joanne Caldwell, there's Felice Herrig, both decent Muay Thai fighters, not to mention Ashlyn Daly. Tisha Torres, she's very aggressive. She's very well rounded, but geez, she's very aggressive too. But yeah, favourite to win the show, Carla Esparza. Second favourite behind her, I'd say Tisha Torres. She was becoming the number one contender. Obviously, who's the chick who was supposed to be in the ace but didn't sign? The Brazilian lady.
Gadelia,
that's it. Claudia Gadelia. She's probably ranked number 2, and I'll put Tisha Torres number 3. So, yeah, Carla Esparza for me. Well, let's move on to the biggest drinker in the house, Greg. Every season we get the piss heads, the loud mouths, pissing on people's pillows, pissing in people's beds, putting eggs in people's beds, crazy fights.
throwing shit in the pool.
Yeah, Junie fucking Browning, he was the biggest pisshead once upon a time.
Yeah.
I don't think we've seen many pissheads really since season 7 and 8.
Nah, Julian Lane.
Julian Lane, shit, I forgot about him. You wanna, what is it? Let me bang, bro.
That's the one. Let me bang, bro.
Jeez. I didn't watch that season because it was a bit shit, so I didn't even bother with that season. That was the only season I really missed. But yeah, you are correct. We've actually got away with the piss heads over the past few seasons, so it'd be nice to see the women getting a bit pissed up and having some fights. So I've been listening to all the interviews, Greg. There's not a fight in this house, which really pisses me off. Not a physical fight. They don't fight each other. There might be a bit of a tussle, a bit of a push and shove, but there's no fight what happens in the house. So that pisses me off a bit. I was looking forward to a bit of a pissed up fight. All going out, pulling the air, scramming, big brawl, and because they're gonna have the clicks. I'm very disappointed. But the biggest drinker, Greg, who do you think is going to be the biggest pisshead in the house?
Well, I've got a funny feeling there might be very little drinking going on, for the reason this season's for a championship, so they're all going to be taking this one way more serious than any other people who've been in it before.
That's a good point.
I can see a lot of them basically just not touching alcohol, not at all. But if any, then there was one of the clips they showed you during Fight Night 50 the other night.
Yeah.
It looked like Ashlyn Daly was a bit pissed and lying on the ground, so I'm going to go with her.
Yeah, me too, Greg. That's the same reason I watched the clip. Obviously,
she might not be pissed, but that's what it looked like.
Well, geez, look at Paddy Holohan. He's good friends with. You can imagine fucking Ashlyn Daly and Paddy on the piss up together, couldn't you? On nights out, so
they had to like their drink as well.
Yeah, definitely. Ashlyn Daly by far, I think. There was actually posted pictures today of her and fucking Joanne Caldwell having a drink together around New York. Yeah. So it seems that them. I think the European ladies have sort of stuck together too. I think the other Australian chick, I think she's with them too. But yeah, it's weird that they've all got the little cliques here, Greg, isn't it?
It'll be the people that were in their team as well. There'll be groups within teams that'll be friends as well because they've just been together more of the time while they've been on the show.
Well, we've agreed with the last two, Greg. We agreed with the favourite, Carla Esparza. We agreed with the drinker, obviously, for obvious reasons off the preview show, and Ashlyn Daly being Irish. But I want to move on to who you think will be homesick next, Greg. Who do you think will be the most homesick? Because we get it a few seasons, people have left in the past. Most notably, the tough free guy left for his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Is there anybody you can think of, Greg, in previous seasons?
Well, there was a few. There's been a few that came
Well,
across as being really homesick.
there's-
Look at the guys that were on the Smashes. They were all making their phone calls home and stuff like that.
Yeah.
People get homesick.
So who do you think will be homesick on this season, Greg?
It's tough because a lot of the girls I don't really know too well. But if I was to pick one of any, I would probably say Joanne Caldwell, to be honest. She
Reason?
comes across as being a bit quiet sometimes, and I think to start with, this will probably be right at the beginning. To start with, I think she'll be a bit more isolated, but as it gets on, she'll get more into it and become less homesick. But maybe to begin with, I think Calder would.
I don't know, because she seems very determined and focused. I think normally, naturally, she would, just off her personality. But I think because she's got her eye on the prize in this one. If anybody's really going after this for making a living out of this, I think the two are Carla Esparza and Joanne Caldwell. I think they're the two who are really going to be the most professional and just, well, it's a little easier for Esparza because she's got a friend in there. Obviously, Joanne Caldwell, she's probably got Ashlyn Daly, but I think it'll help that she's got her eye on the prize and she's there for a very big reason. It's going to change her life and she knows what she wants there.
Oh yeah,
a lot
and
of
I
them
hope
do.
so.
I don't mean to disrespect any of the others. Obviously, there's a few who obviously go in there, they know what they want. But there's a few young ladies in there, a few who just know that they're not going to do it. They're going to give it a good crack.
Yeah.
But I think she knows she has the talent to do it. If she performs at her best, doesn't let anything bother her, she can achieve it. And I think she's got a lot riding on her. Because you're Scottish, Greg. There's not too many Scottish fighters in the UFC, especially champions, There's never been a UFC champion from the UK.
There's not too many Scottish fighters in the UFC. There's one. Just Robert Whiteford. That's it.
There's not another one. I'm sure there's another
the
one
one
come up. Well,
Nope,
you've got,
that's the only
you've got
one.
Stevie Ray in Cage Warriors. He's the champion.
Yeah.
That'll do, yeah.
There's a few. Joanne's team, they've got a few good cage
Yeah,
warriors.
Dinky
fighters.
Ninjas. They're coming up quite a lot of them guys. Boyfriend. What's the boyfriend called now?
James Doolan.
James Doolan. He fought in Bama, didn't he? Was he the Cage Warriors champion once upon a time?
I don't know if he was champion, but he
Well, he
certainly
fought for
fought there a
belt,
few
didn't
times. But the team has got a lot of fighters in cage warriors. But yeah, Scotland's only ever had one fighter in the UFC. Whiteford's the only guy that's ever fought in the UFC from Scotland.
Well, I'm going to go back to the clip for my homesick, Greg. I think Reddy Beck Rawlins, because she was crying. Dana apologised to her. I don't think she wanted to leave, but something obviously happened, I think, at home. I'm not sure if it involved the kids and the kid dad. We know there's been trouble there in the past, so maybe he's applied for custody while she's away. Obviously, they might be with Bill Wall, her boyfriend, and he's took the kids while she's in the house. Possibly could have happened. So, geez, if that's happened, that's going to be a big thing for her emotionally. So, I think if anyone's going to be homesick and just judging off that clip, I'm going to go with Reddy Beck Rawlins. Right, let's move on to the Outcast, Greg. I'm a little stumped on the Outcast, to be honest with you, because they've all got the clicks, but I'm not too sure who's the news click. There's got to be at least one Outcast or two Outcasts on the show, but who do you think will be the biggest Outcast on the show, Greg, if there is one?
I think it came in one of your comments earlier on who the outcast or outcasts will be. It'll be Felice Herrig and Carla Esparza will be the outcasts.
Reason?
Well, there's a few girls who don't like Felice Herrig anyway. That seems pretty clear.
Yeah.
And Esparza's her friend, and also they want to beat. So they two will stick together, and I think everybody will be kind of against them.
Yeah, I'm going Felice Herrig too. I didn't add Carla Esparza in there because I think she's quite popular with a lot of the ladies. I think a lot of the ladies respect Carla Esparza, to be honest with you, and I think they wouldn't even give a shit, to be honest with you. But when it comes to Felice Herrig, I think there's a lot of jealousy. There's a lot of pretty women in the house, to be honest with you. There's a few good-looking women, but she knows how to market a brand. She's very popular off her sex appeal. Some women don't know how to do it and use it. Some don't want to use it to their advantage either, Greg, to be honest with you. Some don't want to play that card, but Felice wants to use that, and she does it very well, and good on her. But,
she markets herself brilliantly, to be fair.
But there is some jealousy on that, which, it happens with women. I don't hang about, I'm not like, one of these guys who hangs about with loads of women and gets involved in the gossip, so I don't know how it all works, to be honest with you. There's always one of those. I'm not attacking the gay, but there's always like a gay guy who's always with the women and involved in the feminine conversations and gets involved. I've never been in the big group of women where I discuss all cattiness and etc. So I don't know, but if I'm going to put my money anywhere, if I had to bet on this, I will go with Felice Herrig. Well, let's move on to the most exciting fighter on the show, Greg. Who do you think will be the most exciting fighter on Tough 20?
Well, hopefully, if the fights get matched up well, as long as they're not matching up the good stand-up girls with the good wrestlers and whatever, I think there's potential for a few girls to be quite exciting on that show. But if I was to pick any, just purely off of who I think could be exciting, I would go with Rose Namajunas and Joanne Caldwell.
Jeez, Greg.
They'll both be exciting because they're both girls that like to fight. Calderwood's striking is just on a different level. If she can fight somebody standing up, that'll be brilliant to watch.
I picked Fug Rose too, Greg. We're agreeing on a lot here. She's crazy, man. She fucking throws caution to the wind. You know what I mean? She's fucking in there.
Flying arm bars and shit like that.
Flying arm bars. It's not just that. She just goes forward non-stop.
Yeah.
The fucking... I better call her a bitch then. But say the bitch doesn't know how to get her first gear, but...
You've been calling them all bitches anyway.
Call them all bitches. Shit. My apologies, ladies. You're not bitches at all. It's just about talk. It's the English slang.
That's what it is.
Yeah. she's a crazy bitch, man. She fucking goes after it. She don't... You know, if anyone's going to get caught and injured on the show, it's going to be her, because just the way she fights. You know, she leaves herself... I don't even know... Do you know, she fights with such a ferocious intensity that I don't even think you could even counter her. She's that fucking much in your face. Jeez, I like to be Pat Barry because he's so laid back, and that chick, she's fucking crazy. You know, she really is a bit loopy. You know, looks all sweet and innocent, but the bitch is loopy. She's mad.
She fights.
Yeah, she fights mad anyway.
She fights.
Yeah, she seems quite. Well, I don't know. She was doing an interview the other day. She was saying, you know. She kept saying that a lot, and somebody picked it up. She says, very common. But I like her. I think she's a great character. She's going to be a big star for USC. She really is. She's got a bright future. Very nice lady, I think, but you're crazy in the cage. So I'm picking you as the most exciting fighter on the show. Who did you mention? Joanne Calderwood too? Yeah, that's a no-brainer. But I think Joanne Calderwood's a bit more paced until she got you out. She got a killer finish, but she a little bit more composed, picks her shots more wisely than Fug Rose does. Fug Rose just throws about 100 punches and hopes that 50 of them land. Crazy chick, man, crazy. Well, let's move on to weight issues next, Greg. This could be a big thing because obviously a lot of these women are natural straw weights, so they're obviously cutting weight to make straw weight. We've had a couple of women go up in weight, most notably the former atom weight champion
Jessica Penn.
Sorry, Jessica Penn. But who do you think had the most weight cutting issues in the house, Greg? Because it is a big concern. It's tight on the line. You know, you're fighting a lot in a short space of time. So, who do you think had the most weight cutting issues?
Honestly, I don't think any of them will have an issue with weight cutting. I think there's too big a prize on offer for this. I think they'll all be professional. They'll all be eyes on the prize. They'll all know exactly what they're aiming for, and I don't see any of them having a problem cutting to make weight. I think they'll all find it easy enough. I think they'll all be prepared before they get there, so that they've maybe cut their standing weight to a point where it's easier to make that weight. I think they'll all be pretty good for it.
Yeah, once again, Greg, I agree with you too. I can't even give a person, to be honest with you. There's just too much on the line, to be honest with you, for you to even fuck up this opportunity. Because who was that guy off Tough 18 who fucking scoffed all at mayonnaise and pizza? We did a show on him. He was trying it on Ronda Rousey. He was like a big womanizer in the house. He was trying it on every single woman there. He got a bye to the second round. And
that was Gutierrez. Anthony Gutierrez, yeah.
Jeez,
there was two of them on that show, because was Josh Hill on that show as well, that series as well, and he fucked up on it. Or was it Cody Bollinger I'm thinking of?
I don't think it was Josh Hill, because he's a decent wrestler. These wrestlers know how to make weight.
Cody Bollinger. It was Cody Bollinger.
Well, anyway,
there was two of them on one.
But that Gutierrez, man, that was a fucking fat little bastard. He fucking... Jeez. All he wanted to do was womanize and eat.
Yeah, I'll make weight anyway. It's eezy, aye.
Is Ronda Rousey coming around today so I can flirt with her? Oh no, fuck. I'm going to go and eat a mayonnaise butty now.
Yeah, that was good.
But, we're seeing with him, where's he to be found? Do you know what I mean? He's on a fucking radio show now talking about how he smokes weed and trying to get some publicity that way. You know, no one gives a shit about him. He looked like a decent fighter too. You know, he looked like a good fighter. He could easily be on a few UFC cards, that's for sure. Whether he made a name for himself or broke the top 15 remains to be seen. Well, it doesn't remain to be seen because he fucked up. But none of these women can fuck up this opportunity because they're back to Invicta if they do. So I agree with you again, Greg. I don't know if that's because we're smart or, you know, I'm copying your answers. No, I'm not copying your answers. But yeah, no one for me. Does anybody? No, I can't. There is somebody in mind, but I can't because it's not fair. I can't say that person. I'm going to keep that one quiet. Right, let's move on to who we think will be the fakest fighter on the show, Greg. Who do you think will be the fakest fighter on Tough 20 this season?
I don't think they're going to be fake, but I think the person who will be accused of being fake by the other girls will be Felice Herrig. For the same reasons that she'll be an outcast and for the same reasons she'll be the troublemaker. I just think that she'll be the one that'll be singled out and she'll be the one that'll be accused of being the fakest girl in the house. I'm
not going to give a name, Greg. I think...
Pussy!
Pussy. I think it's going to be the women who are the youngest because you're going to be on camera, you're going to be nervous, you'll be like, you know, I think when you're a bit older, you give a less fuck, sort of, you know, like, I don't really care. And obviously the women with the families, they're going to represent themselves and the families well. But I think the younger ladies, I think, you know, if Paige Van Zandt was in there, I think she would act differently. Not because she wants to be a dick or show off to the cameras or anything, but I'm thinking of younger women just because, you know, just off the cameras being there and just a bit of nerves and, you know, it can be sort of like a party too, like away from your family, you know, it's like a holiday for some younger ones. Obviously when you're a family and you're doing it for your family, it's a job you're doing. You're like there, you know, you got your priorities right. You know, you're just there, you got no priorities, you know, you live with mummy and daddy and you go off to the show and you're having a bit of fun. You know, you might be like, oh, the camera's shit, you know, drink a bit, you know, just play up a little bit. So for me, I think it'll be the youngest ladies and the ladies without families. It'll be not meaning to, but accidentally just, you know, be a bit shy and not act themselves or just act a little different than what they normally would do.
Yeah.
It does behind closed doors. But speaking of the house, Greg, I want to move on to this one. We talked how we've not seen many pissheads on the show for a while. Now, I've not seen this happen for a long, long time, Greg. Trashing the house. No one's trashed the house in such a long time, Greg. When was the last time, Greg? They trashed it in 7 because they ripped all the fucking banister off. They beat the fuck out of that house. Season 9, the UK guys, did they trash the house? I'm actually watching it here, Greg. Look. I'm actually watching Tough 9 as we speak now.
Very good.
They haven't trashed the house yet, but I can't remember if they did. I don't think they did. There was a few hooligans on there. Tough 10, they didn't trash the house, the heavyweights. Tough 11, no, there wasn't much trash on there. Tough 12, I've got that now. What about the one with Bisping and May and Miller? Because they was a bit fucking rowdy on that one.
Can't even remember if there was any trash in the house.
The live season, they didn't trash it.
Can't remember if it...
17, they didn't trash it. They were all quite respectful on that one. That was mainly just full of talent, that one. 18, there was no trashing. Do you know what? There hasn't been a trashed house for 10 seasons or something. 12 seasons, what the fuck? You ladies better trash the house. Well, they would have already done it or wouldn't have already done it by now, so they can't go off and do it now, can they?
No,
well, next season, Tough 21, you better trash the house. Did these Mexicans fucking trash the house? But anyway, do you think on this season of Tough 20, Greg, that the house will get trashed? Judging by 12 seasons of it not being, the answer's probably going to be no.
Yeah, the answer's going to be no, but for that reason and for the same reason I said a few other things as well. I think that it's just going to be too professional, this one. I think there's going to be too many girls with too many eyes on the prize. They're all going to be... This isn't just to win a season of Tough. This is to become the first women's champion at 115 in the UFC. There's too much going on. Too much to play for.
Well, I'm not a police officer, Greg, so I don't know how many women get arrested for criminal damage, but I'm assuming the people that they stick in the back of vans and stick in the cells are mainly drunk males between 18 and 25 or something who can't handle the liquor, you know, have to go and punch some windows and rip some banisters off or something. I really can't see it as a woman thing to do. Like I say, I think that women are more catty and bitchy. They'll go off into teams and, I can't see them fucking trashing houses, pissing each other's bags, mixing up somebody's fucking shampoo with piss and dog turds or whatever it may be. So, we should have added that, Greg. We should have added, will somebody fucking do shit to each other's food, but I really can't see that with women.
No, I don't see
That's
that
just
either.
a never. We might as well just put never on that. So never on pissing in somebody's food or anything like that, and then never on trashing the house. It's not going to happen. If it does, then we're just going to look like fools, Greg, because we've got it on video now.
If it does, it'll be fun.
Well, I can't look like more of a fool than I already do.
Yeah.
Right. Well, let's move on to the coaches challenge next, Greg. Each season I've got this one wrong, so I can't see it changing. But I'm going to put it on video anyway. But let's start with you first, Greg. What do you think the coaches challenge will be this season?
I've got no fucking idea. They've done loads of different things.
You haven't done darts yet, Greg.
I was going to say darts. Sadly, I was going to say darts. What was it last season with Edgar and Penn?
It was a boat, like a canoe race.
Oh, yeah, and Rhonda and Misha was a climbing thing.
Yeah, climbing the walls, wasn't it?
Yeah, and Jones and Sonnen was the fucking...
It was weird. What was that? It was like a...
digger things, and that.
Yeah.
Some kind of trucks they were in. So, it could be anything.
Faber and Cruz was a shooting range.
Yeah, so they've done pretty much almost every kind of option. So I'm going to go with something stupid like they'll have a game of tiddlywinks.
Well, I might get a lot of shit on this, to be honest with you. I'm going to go off both the personalities and also Melendez and both Pettis Mexican. And I think, well, I would assume that they're both basketball players, on the street, growing up. They play basketball in the streets, Over here, you play football. Kids play football over here. I'm assuming in Mexico that they play basketball a lot in the streets. I think that's their sport. So I'm guessing basketball. I think it'd be a fun one. I think Tito Ortiz and Thingy did the dodgeball. It was Forrest Griffin and Quentin Jackson on season 7 who did the basketball. But
So
they've repeated challenges.
It wouldn't be
in the
basketball
past.
because it's women. It might be netball.
No, because the males are doing it, aren't they?
Yeah, but it's a women's competition. So they might just sneak the netball in
Have
instead
you
of
seen how many
basketball.
women do fucking basketball nowadays? Netball's like non-existent now.
Netball shit.
Yeah, I think that's only in the UK. It's like basketball with fucking no back.
Yeah, that's why it might be that, because it'll be harder.
Dana just pissed them off. Make them wear them little best things. I don't know what those numbers are on there. They have like the letters. Like I don't know what it's supposed to mean. One's supposed to be a thinking defender or something. I don't know how many people. There's less people in netball, I think, too.
I've not got a fucking clue. If you've got the ball, you can't move.
Yeah, but they could do a one-on-one, Greg. Like normally in the Quentin Jackson, Forrest Griffin, they just they did free throws. They took shots. Yeah. This one they could take each other on. I don't know what do you call the one-on-ones in basketball, Greg. I'm not well versed in the American slang and all this.
I think it's called a one-on-one.
Yeah, one-on-one.
I've not got a clue either.
Oh well. Well, let's round up the show, Greg, with who we think will win. Who are you taking to win the show, Greg?
It's not exactly a wild out there choice. Carla Esparza. It's simply because I've seen her fight a few times. She looks really good. She was the champion in Invicta. I think she's definitely the one to beat. So, Esparza.
I should have gone first on some of these questions because it's looking like I'm copying you, Greg.
But you are fucking copying me.
I'm not copying you.
So I'm guessing you're going to Esparza as well then?
I'm going to Esparza. Good, strong wrestler, very professional. I think the second and third best challengers are Joanne Caldwell and I think Tisha Torres. It's a toss-up between Tisha Torres, but I think Carla Esparza's just got the edge over her in the wrestling, and I think that's where she'll win it. But obviously, you never know. This is fighting, Greg. But for me, I think control, grappling, wrestling. I think it's about 70% of MMA, to be honest with you. And Carla Esparza is so good at that one thing.
Yeah.
That she's going to dominate the rest of the ladies. And I think Tisha Torres will meet her in the final. Personally, that's what I think. I think
you could be right.
I think that's the two finalists, personally. But we shall see, Greg. We shall see.
We shall.
Are you copying me this time? Tisha Torres is the finalist with her? Come on, Greg. Come on,
think
you
she
can't have
could
me
be.
copying you throughout the show. You're going
think
to copy me.
I think she could be, to be honest. Yeah, I think it could be her.
And
If the fights go the way they look like they would with the teams, you'd imagine they'll try and set it up for a Melendez fighter to fight a Pettis fighter, and that would work out with Torres and Esparza.
It pisses me off when they do that, Greg. Fucking Dana White always tries doing that. Let it be how it be, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's done some good matchmaking in like the semis, but a few times he's screwed it up for me. You know, there's certain fights to make, and I feel like I've been unhappy on some seasons with some of the fights he's made. He clearly goes against the coaches. Sometimes I think, well, why do you even bother fucking letting the coaches sit in there with you? But
Well, he didn't even bother in the last season, did he? He just decided to do it himself last season.
is that what he
Didn't
did?
ask. Yeah, he didn't ask any
Jeez.
opinions. Just went on his own because the fights were shit.
He just used that as an excuse. He just wanted to do the
Yeah.
fights he wanted, to be honest with you.
Exactly.
Rightly so, because obviously, you know, you've got to sell tickets for the final. But sometimes it's better just letting, I was going to say nature take its course, but it's not nature. Just let things play out how it plays out, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, anything you want to say, Greg, before we leave?
Other than good luck, Joanne Caldwell. It's won it for Scotland. Nothing.
Okay, from the MMA Fighting Talk Show, thank you for watching.